Hello students of 8th class, let us keep doing revision and we have chapter 8 this time, that is medieval India, Delhi Sultanate. So I have told you what is medieval India, that means India in the Middle Ages, and this is all about northern India or the central India. And we have according to as far as syllabus concern of this year, we have sources Qutub Minar, Alauddin Khilji and Muhammad bin Tughlaq. Okay, we have sources, number of sources are there. So we have only Qutub Minar to study. It's a great building dedicated to Sufi saints Qutbuddin Bakhtiyar Kaki, and it has been completed, the structure completed by Iltimish, began by Qutbuddin Aibak. So it's 71.4 meter high with 4 stories in the beginning. Then later, it's all about, it has 5 stories tapering. You see downwards, its width is wider and then it's keep decreasing. Okay, it has around 13.8 meter width diameter, okay, at the base, and then 3 meters at the height. So further you study this one. Okay, it's very clear, the points are very clear. Okay, then we shall study about Alauddin Khilji. Okay, so he introduced some of the reforms like market regulations. There were 3 markets, okay, one for the food grains and one for the cloth and a third one for the horses and slaves and cattle. Then Deccan Expeditions, he went to south for conquering southern part of India. He did not annex and brought under control. Why? Because he realized that it would be practically difficult to control the distant lands. And second, he was more interested in acquiring the wealth, that's all. And then what measures he took against the nobility? The nobles were not allowed to hold parties, okay, and he banned drinking, gambling, and so on. Then regarding military reform also, he introduced some of the systems like branding horses. He bought horses and introduced dag, and even he gave identity to soldier also. And then revenue reforms also, he introduced the practice of measuring the land and charge taxes for the state as well for the country, for the center. Then students, we have Muhammad bin Tughlaq, okay, and he also introduced some of the reforms which were not practicable, okay, like a transfer of capital. He wanted to shift from Delhi to Daulatabad, but due to some reasons, because Delhi was a grip of severe famine and were constantly threatened by the Mongols. But this failed, idea failed. He went and came back again to Delhi. Then token currency, this also got failed. It was not successful as bronze was made equal to silver. So people began to froze their own coin, bronze coin. So this was also another failure. There were a number of fake coins collected by the officers. Then he wanted to increase and make a big army to conquer Central Asia. Therefore, he asked the officers to charge heavy taxes. Unfortunately, that year there was no rain. So people committed suicide. Some of them fled towards the forest. Then there was no crops. Then he again ordered the officers to give loans and give food grains to the farmers, distribute them. So this idea also got failed. Then plan of conquest, this one also, this idea got failed. Then students, About Sultanate administration, it is similar to of Gupta and Maurya. Nothing new was there. King was himself a supreme executive, legislative, and judicial. He himself was lawmaker. He himself was a judge, and he himself was a chief commander of the army. And he himself did everything. Okay, he had ministers called, and major minister was Wazir, called Prime Minister. Okay, then there are some ministers mentioned here. You go through this all. Okay, okay, till here the administrations are there. Okay, students, prepare well for the exam, and if there is any doubt, you can call me personally. Thank you.